All right, but how would they recruit this man? I think he pretty much hit it. He goes, look, we can envision you in this offense with Cooper Kupp. JSN and Cooper Kupp together. You guys can be a dynamic number one and number two, and we have a guy on the outside of Marquez that we feel like can hold safeties for you. Listen, Coop, it's going to be essentially the same offense that you've ran for so many years with the Los Angeles Rams. We know how to use you. We've watched your film. We know what you're good at. We know what you need to work on. You're going to be great in the run game. We have to run the football, and guess what? Mom and dad can come see you 8-7 times a year. It's an easy flight. Granted, Coop got some money. He was flying his peoples out whenever he wanted to.
But now it's quicker.
But now it's quicker, and you got more people around you. You're selling the hometown factor, but then you're also selling the quarterback. And I think that was probably the biggest selling point. I feel like if Geno Smith were here and it wasn't Sam Darnold, I think Coop probably would have felt a bit more comfortable because all you're looking at is 1 year of Sam Darnold. And you can't ignore how he finished the season, but you also can't ignore how he looked for the majority of the season. So you're talking about the offense. You're talking about who you're going to be surrounded with. You're talking about the quarterback, the new offensive coordinator, but you're talking about home. You're going to run out the tunnel. This is your hometown. Your jerseys are going to be everywhere. The love that he is going to receive here is going to be wild.
You remember, I think it was SNL. It might have been like Mad TV, but Matt, maybe you would know. What was Debbie Downer? Was that SNL?
That was an SNL sketch. That was Rachel Dratch.
Yeah, who's phenomenal. But there was always this Debbie Downer sketch of like just someone bringing down the mood all the time. I saw a couple Debbie Downers. I did see a couple after the Kupp signing. And, this is going to happen with any free agent. No player that hits free agency is going to be this premier 25-year-old top of the line. Jamar Chase isn't hitting free agency.
No.
You know what I mean? T. Higgins isn't even hitting free agency. They franchise tagged him. And we'll talk about those new contracts later in the show. You're not going to get premier elite talent hitting free agency. It's going to be previously elite talent that's older. Maybe guys that had a breakout season that, their team didn't anticipate. So it's like 1 year. It's going to be things like that. So I obviously saw the Debbie Downers going, why do I care about this deal? Why do I care about Cooper Kupp coming here? This is just a splashy name to get people to get Seahawks tickets. This isn't going to be someone that does anything.
It's natural. You're never going to satisfy everybody.
Yeah.
And I got the news. It was a Friday. I'm sitting there at the Cut Shop in Woodinville eating the best white people tacos I ever eaten in my life. And
the hard shell.
The hard shell.
We claim the hard shell.
It was bomb. And this guy looks at me. He goes, have you picked up your phone yet? And I go, no, what's up? He goes, pick up your phone. And I pick it up. The first thing I see is Cooper Kupp to the Seahawks. And there are about half the people at the bar top who love it, half of the people who don't love it.
Of course, so predictable.
This is just how it is. And then, I try to look at both sides. I understand why some people would not like the move. You see that $15 million a year, and you're saying, is he really worth that? And then you're looking at Cooper Kupp, and you're asking if he is a replacement for DK Metcalf. And I was reminding people, I go, no, he's not replacing DK Metcalf. Right? You already have your replacement in JSN. It just looks different. JSN is not a DK Metcalf, but he is now the number one receiver. What you're doing essentially is you're looking at him replacing a Tyler Lockett. All right, and when you look at him and Tyler Lockett, the last 3 seasons, he has a 68% catch rate. That's better than Tyler Lockett. That's better than DK. The knock on him, he's only played in 33 of 51 games. That's where people are struggling a bit. Also, in the last 3 seasons, Lockett has 212 receptions. Cooper Kupp has 201, and that's playing 11 less games in this. 11 less receptions and 17 less games in this guy. So when he's healthy, the production is there, man. It's just you don't trust that he's going to be there. That's what I'm hearing from the people who do not like the signing. And I get that. I understand that. But if you were asking him to come over here and be the number one receiver, then I might feel you a bit. You don't need that. They're going to draft a receiver. You have Marquez as well. And then don't forget Jake Bobo, the people's champion, and Derek Young are there. I'm not looking at this trio and thinking to myself, this is the best trio in the league. No, I look at this trio and I like the personality of it. You have a rising star, in my opinion, in JSN who can do a little bit of everything. You have the veteran who I'm calling the bridge receiver in Cooper Kupp, who's a great blocker and still a good route runner, and he can catch the football. And then you have Marquez, who's that Ferrari, who's just going to open it up and hold safeties responsible. The combination of the three are great. Yeah. Like Destiny's Child had a bomb combination, right? We all knew Beyonce was leaving. We all knew Beyonce was leaving.
And we all knew Beyonce was central to Destiny's Child.
She was
Beyonce knew that.
She was it. JSN Beyonce.
Right.
And you got Michelle and Kelly. Right. You need your supporting cast.
Who's Kelly and who's Michelle?
Michelle is the
let's be
the longer hair one.
No, I know.
Oh, my bad. Oh man. And the receiving core.
About the audience
All right,
here.
Kelly. All right, Kelly would be,
No,
I say it's Cooper Kupp. Kelly's got to be Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp
like
is
second
for sure.
best.
It's Cooper Kelly.
Cooper
Kupp
Kelly.
is Kelly for sure. Marquez is Michelle. It just makes sense that way.
Yeah.
And you're right. JSN is Beyonce in this case. And that's okay because it's still a great duo. You don't need 3 Beyonces.
You don't need 3.
You know what I mean? Not
It'd be nice.
Yeah.
But that's expensive.
But you don't need that. Let's stay focused on just the type of offense that we're going to see run here. And you talk about, look, this isn't a wide receiver trio right now on paper. Of course, we're assuming they'll add to it in the draft, but this isn't a wide receiver trio on paper that's going to, necessarily really intimidate a lot of defenses the way that the combo of Jefferson and Addison or Higgins and Chase would. But think of your offense. Think of the kind of offense you want to be in 2025. Bump, what's that offense look like? Because it is different than the one we saw in 2024.
It's an offense that is going to work the middle of the field with your shallow crosses, your deep crosses. It's an offense that is going to stretch the safeties on the backside with your posts and your goals when you're rolling out to the right side. You're going to see curls and comebacks. It's a intermediate type offense with the potential to have that really big play. When you watch Sam Darnold work in a similar offense with the Vikings, Justin Jefferson got a lot of big plays, right? But he also has 15-yard gains, 20-yard gains, 8-yard gains because he's working the middle and everything is being set down because you're running the football play action and getting the football out of your hand. You can still take some shots. It's not like this is going to be a dink and dunk offense every single play, but that's where they're going to start. You're going to run the football, you'll dink and dunk, and then boom, you take your shots once you start putting the defense to sleep and catch a safety slipping. So it's going to be fun to watch. If it's executed properly, it's going to be fun to watch. That's the part that we are anticipating. Can Sam Darnold execute this offense? Can the offensive line protect Sam Darnold? Can you run the football? I'm optimistic about this offense, but I still have the same questions that other people have.
Absolutely. I mean, when I look at this offense and when I looked at the Cooper Kupp signing, I thought, fun, great. I'm here for it. Not only from a very selfish point of view as a radio host, do I love when a big name gets signed here and when there's something newsworthy to talk about, but as a football fan and as someone who likes winning football, I look at it and I go, you know what? I can absolutely see your point, Bump, about this being a bridge wide receiver, being someone to connect, maybe a newer wide receiver 3 to the top guy, to mentor younger guys, to, give you 600, 700 yards and that be perfectly fine. I like that fit better when I know they can run the ball.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm stuck. That's where, like the Cooper Kupp signing to me, the way I feel about it has nothing to do with Kupp. Like nothing at all. I think Cooper Kupp still has some left in the tank. We asked Eric Williams, who's an NFC West reporter for Fox Sports, who knows the Rams well. Does Cooper have anything left? He said yes. Absolutely.
Definitely does.
Absolutely. But that matters more to you, and you can get more out of what he has left to give you when you are a complementary offense, when you've got a run game, when you can run the ball and when you can protect. That's where I'm still waiting.
Yeah, this is an offense that is like, hey, scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? Get the run game going, play action is going to work. That's how most offenses want to operate, but then you have those offenses like the Chiefs where they're going to light it up and try to throw the football, where the Ravens, they're going to run the football first, even though their quarterback just tossed, 40 touchdowns last year. But no, this is the way you want your offense to be. It's just that you don't have a clear-cut, this is what they're going to lean on the most. We know what they say they're going to lean on the most, which is the run game. Yeah. But you still got to go out there and see it because last year we heard the same thing from Grubb in that offense. Like, yeah, we're going to run the football. We're going to be physical. Yes, it sounds good. But when you line up and you have to create these matchups and you have to be almost stubborn with your approach, are you going to be disciplined enough to do that? I think the chances are this year that they are going to be more disciplined to do it because Mike McDonald has a year in the game, and I felt like he was better equipped when it comes to picking the right offensive coordinator for the style that he wants to play.
Yes.
So there will be games where Sam Darnold has 35 attempts. There are going to be games like that because other teams prepare and they have matchups and they're going to try to take some things away. But for the most part, I think we'll see a balanced offense, and now it's just about, as all coordinators and players say, executing.